I can kind of see that he's still there. You know, is a rat going to be coming through my door? Is he feeding me today? Or not? And I'm not. It's more about, you know, I'd really like Jack to come on out. So I'm going to just leave Jack to realise, basically, that he's not getting fed, the door is open, and he can come on out. Lily is still in that shed process at the moment, so she fed. She only took 5 mice though, and just was not interested in having any more, and that's fine. Obviously 5 was enough for her. So yeah, and she won't be far away from shedding. I would say within the next few days she will shed. Jesse is able to come out today, and I will probably be getting him out today and venturing outside and giving him some outside time, and even Jack, if he decides he's going to come out. So instead of just holding a camera boringly on Mr. here, I will turn it back on should he venture out the door. Well, I don't know if the boy is wanting to come out or not, but he's been kind of hanging like that for a little while now. So I've opened the door, and I'll see if he's going to venture out. See, Jack hasn't been coming out until dark, pretty much, after the lights go out. Well, his light, not mine. And then he's decided that he'd like to come out, but he might be coming out a little bit earlier today. He's going to be looking at having a feed Wednesday. So, but yeah, Jack's been out quite a few times, and by, of course, his choice. He's come sort of down to the doors and yeah, said like open up, and away he goes. So he's been really active. Yeah, you know, Mr. Jack, who cruises and takes his time, and he's out and about and getting into everything, and maybe not like Lily, but I'm telling you, pretty darn close lately. So I don't know what's gotten into him. I think he's making up like for lost time. Been sitting in his enclosure for days and not wanting out, and then all of a sudden it's like out time again and again and again and again. And Lily, well, as you'll see, Lily's coming back in the shed, and her eyes are pretty close to blue, just starting to go that bluey colour. And of course she hasn't wanted out since the feed, so that's okay. Lets me catch my breath, and it lets me have time with Jack, and of course Jessie, who is comfortable. And I ended up changing this up again and putting that triangular hammock back in its original spot, because he wasn't using it with it lower, so that's obviously where he likes it and that's where he wants it, so back it went. Hi Lily. Hey Lily, you don't want out, do you? But you know, Lily doesn't hide away, not like Jack boy here. And you know, Jack has taken to getting into mischief. You know, normally hasn't been one to go down into those dark little places, but you know, he's been testing the water, and he has been going up to the hangout spot, but once again getting up there and deciding, no, I don't want to stay up here, and then trying to get down on top of Jessie's enclosure. So been sort of keeping my eye on him too. Still absolutely stinking hot here in Queensland, Australia. Most certainly having those heat waves, as they have been saying. Too hot to go outside with these guys, that's for sure. Although this time of the night I could, but I'll let Jack do some exploring in here. So yeah, whatever he was not happy about, he seems to be over it. And that's all I care about, is he's back to being Jack, although an extremely active Jack. But he's certainly putting on some weight. No, I haven't weighed him, but certainly by picking him up and holding him, I can feel it with him. So, yeah, just a little video of Jack coming out earlier rather than later, which is what I like. So I'm pretty tired by the time Jack wants to actually venture out of his enclosure these days. This makes a nice change. So there he is. He's going to head on up top. And like Lily, who knows for how long, but I'll give him a little bit of a helping hand. Not that he does really need it, but find your spot, mate, to get your head hooked so you can get yourself up there. Oh, just lifting him here. My goodness. Oh, he is heavy. I think he's got enough there now to get himself all the way. There you go, guys. Just my boy coming out, having some out time. Ciao. Hi everyone. Well, yep, I'm leaning up here because ta-da, I have Lily up there, and I'll zoom in for you so you can see my little Miss Moo up there, who I will tell you has been up there since 9 o'clock this morning. And we are now heading close to, I think, 5 o'clock at night. I think. I haven't really checked the time, but I do believe it's getting there. So, I've been waiting for Lily to actually come down, and she's not going to. So this is what I do regularly, almost daily, pretty much. You know, Lily will eat. She gives herself that couple of days to digest, and then she's at her door saying, "Let me out." And then she goes to the hangout spot more often than not, sometimes to the jungle gym or just on the top of the enclosure somewhere, but more often than not she's up there. And this is what I do to get her down, and she's never happy about it, and she's never happy to go home. And I have done a video about all day, and she's never happy to go home, so I'm not going to repeat that, but I've never really shown you me having to get her down. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. So I don't know how today will be, but I hope I'm not going to block the view, because I've kind of got the camera. I might make it taller than me. Do you think that might work? I don't know. I guess I can see, but I don't think it's going to fit up here on the cabinet. But let's see what I can do. I don't think it's going to make much difference, but here I go. And her little head's right there. Basically, if you can see where my finger's pointing here. Gee, that's hard to do when you're doing the reverse of. And now she knows that I'm there too. And she knows what that actually does mean. So Lily, oi, you ready to come down? Oh look, well, you can't see her, I can see her head, but are you ready to come down? She's like, Mom, you do this to me. I hope you can kind of see and she will grip with that tail, and she's heavy, you know, that's her weightiest bit, is right there, and she will attempt to go back up. But we get there, don't we, Lil? With much to do, we do actually get there eventually. Come on. And I try bringing her downwards, and sometimes it works. Sometimes she just goes straight back up again. Over my shoulder and over this way. Give me your butt. Give me your butt. Can I have your butt? Give me your butt. Kind of, and I don't want her to knock that camera. Can I have your butt? Cool. Okay. Wow. That's kind of the harder part, so.
But as you can see,
hang
Lily's
in there,
thinking,
I'll be right back.
I'm just going to go back up there.
But that plant sitting right above there stumped her for about 2 seconds flat, and that's about it. So I'm going to grab her, of course, before she decides to disappear. She's like, I promise I'm not going up there, Mum. Just leave me, just hang like this, and I won't go anywhere. But she will. She totally will. But I'm going to open her door, and I'm going to put her head through her door, and I'm going to see whether she'll go all the way in or whether she'll turn around and come back out again. And see, she's She's tricking, guys. Honestly, she's totally tricking me into a false sense of, I'm just going to stay here. And she's done it to me before, so I know her little antics, but I'm going to open the door and I'm going to say, Lily, you can go home, sweetie. Look. Look where you are. You can go home. You ready? You know, she just might be. Because, you know, they always make a complete and utter liar out of you when you say she won't be happy to go home. And this will be the day where she says, ha ha ha, see, I am happy to go home. You're telling fibs and telling them untruths about me, Mum. I'm a good girl, and when you want me to go home, that's exactly what I go and do for you. And she is going to go home. Slowly. Oh, are you thirsty? Has it been a big day out? Nice fresh water. They've all had their water freshened up today. Nope, she's not thirsty. So, is she sensing Mum hasn't closed the door? Which I would normally do. I would get her butt in faster than she can get her head out to stop her coming back out. But maybe she's had her fill today of being out. It's nice and warm. Well, when I say it's nice and warm, you know, it's 28 in here, so that's not cold for her at all. And being up in that hangout spot, it's always much warmer up there because, as we know, heat does rise. So this morning I had that heater going to get this room really warmed up, of course, first, before I let Lily come out. So I generally give that heat. I like to get the temps up to around 27 before I let her out. I let the air temp in here get to about 30 and then I switch it off. If I see the temps dropping, and it's really been a warm day, but if I were to see those temperatures dropping under 27 or hitting 27, I would flick the heater back on and let this room actually warm back up again. Like I said, I often sit in this room in a lather of sweat, so does my daughter, but that is the way it is if you have your snakes out, and they are allowed out, and for a whole day. Like, if anybody, you know, just let me know. Do you, and when you get your snake out, do you let them stay out all day? Or, I'm talking if that was available, that you weren't doing anything or whatever, would you let your snake hang out all day? I mean, I've done the washing, the vacuuming, the dishes, the, you know, in and out of this room. Sometimes I'm gone half an hour folding the washing or doing something. Lily doesn't move. I know one day she might, and I'll come back and she won't be up in that hangout spot, and that really is the only time I will leave the room, and I feel quite comfortable in being away for not a long period of time, but you know, half an hour. If I'm doing something, I don't go, oh, Lily. And I mean, I must admit, I have been guilty occasionally of forgetting that I've even got her up there, but very rarely does she go anywhere. It's almost like she goes up there and she says to herself, well, if I just mind my business and hang up here, Mum isn't going to put me back home. So, but are you going to go all the way in for Mum? so I can shut the door today. Well, she's not really in a rush to go home. That much I know. Can you put your butt in? Hey? You gonna put your butt in for Mum? Like, I know the door's still open because I'm doing a film, sweetheart, but no, it's not your cue to come back out again. At all. Well, you were in your hide box. Why don't you just go back in there and warm up? Hey? You gonna go home and warm up? Have a drink? You know? I think you've had plenty of time. But anyway, guys, let me know. If you were in a position and could do it, would you let your snake out all day? Do you have a snake that you feel comfortable enough, or a space or something that you could do that with them, and would you do that? Yeah, people will say, come in and they'll notice Lily and say, how long's she been up there? And I'll go, oh, well, all day. And they just sort of think I'm a bit crazy, but, you know, she's pretty good, Lily. Are you not a very good girl and behave yourself up there? Eh? Well, I am going to put it back in because it is time to go to bed. Well, normally it's wake up time, but not for Lil. Jesse is in his hide, and Maya has been on her hammock all day. As soon as her light, Maya's light goes out, that's when she is active and comes out and wants to come out. So that's generally when I do get her out. Jack, well, he's poked his head out. He's had a drink, but that's about it. But Jack's coming out tomorrow. Aren't you, buddy? Yes, Mum. No worries, Mum. Lacey will come out tomorrow, and maybe Lily will give it a rest and let somebody else come out. You know, that can be a bit of a dilemma. You know, you've got 3 snakes all want out at once, and that's a bit of a handful sometimes. And especially if Lily isn't wanting to just hang out at the hangout spot and wants to cruise all over the place. I was thinking she might have a bit of a drink, but I don't think she's going to. Eh? You going to settle for Mum? Or do some more tantrums? Anyway, I'm saying ciao. And I hope you guys had a great day. And look for my next video, which tomorrow, who knows? Who knows what it'll be? I always just randomly think, oh, I'll do this. So, yeah. Ciao.